about learning all of those different things. So that's really why I love this book of the month. So shout out to each and every single one of you that's really tapped in. If you haven't already, the book of the month is GoPro by Eric Worre. Definitely make sure you take the time out to go ahead and get that specific book. We're actually going to start this call with a self-confidence formula. It's been a little while since we've done this, so I want to start the call off with this. Let me go ahead and share it over to my other computer, and then we'll be good to go. All right, perfect. And as I'm doing that, let's go ahead and read I'm so happy and grateful now. Gloria says, I'm so happy and grateful now that things are beginning to connect. I pray that the prospects I show this business will take it seriously and that my excitement will rub off on them. I'm happy and grateful now that I finally found the secret to trading profitably and reliably. Hey, let's go, Mark. And I can start building my life, the life of my dreams, and share it with massive confidence. Hey, I've been seeing you, Mark. Hey, it's happening. It's definitely happening, right? Hey, unmatched. I'm so happy and grateful that I'm on the right track to becoming the first millionaire in my family. Grateful for waking up healthy and focused, for abundance, for life, for friendship. I'm happy and grateful now for my retired 365 family. So happy and grateful now I earn 100K. 100K a week. Okay. I'm happy and healthy and wealthy. It is done. Happy and grateful now that P1000 is done July 16, 2021. Where'd my phone go? Let me plug this thing up before it dies. I'm so happy and grateful now I'm impacting 100 individuals worldwide, being P2000. I retired my mom by December 31st, 2021. All right, I think it came over. Let me see. Let's see. Did it send? I think so. I'm at. All right, I'm gonna just pull it up on my phone and we'll go from there if they don't want to share that way. All right, cool. So let's do it like this. We're gonna go through the self-confidence formula, right? For those that have never seen it before, it is what I just said. It's the self-confidence formula, right? So we're just gonna go through this and then we're gonna get into the message for today, because I feel like somebody didn't wake up and speak their affirmations. I feel like somebody needs this little extra thing. Is something that you're going to read. Maybe it's your first time seeing it. Maybe you've seen it before and you just never really took this thing to heart. So if it's your first time seeing it, or you never seen it before, or you don't have a copy of this in your phone, go ahead, screenshot it. You definitely want this. This is something you can read every single day. But let's go through this, right? It says, I know that I have the ability to achieve the object of my definite purpose in life. Therefore, hold on, let me. Okay, we are streaming. Okay, cool. I thought it did not play. All right, we're good. Yeah, so I know that I have the cheat. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. I got pop-ups coming on the computer, hopping in the way. There we go. I know that I have the ability to achieve the object of my definite purpose in life. Therefore, I demand of myself persistent, continuous action towards its attainment, and I here and now promise to render such action. Second, I realize that the dominating thoughts of my mind will eventually reproduce themselves in outward physical action and gradually transform themselves into physical reality. Therefore, I will concentrate my thoughts for 30 minutes daily upon the task of thinking of the person I intend to become, right? Therefore, creating in my mind a clear mental picture of that person. Third, I know that through the principle of autosuggestion, any desire that I persistently hold in my mind will eventually seek expression through some practical means of attaining the object back of it. Therefore, I will devote 10 minutes daily of demanding of myself the development of self-confidence, right? Fourth, I have clearly written down a description of my chief aim in life, and I will never stop trying until I have developed sufficient self-confidence for its attainment. Fifth, I fully realize that no wealth or position can long endure unless built upon truth and justice. Therefore, I will engage in no transaction which does not benefit all whom it affects. I will succeed by attracting to myself the forces I wish to use and the cooperation of other people. I will induce others to serve me because of my willingness to serve others. I will eliminate hatred, envy, jealousy, selfishness, and cynicism by developing love for all humanity, because I know that a negative attitude towards others can never bring me success. I will cause others to believe in me because I will believe in them and in myself. I will sign my name to this formula, commit it to memory, and repeat it out loud once a day with full faith that it will gradually influence my thoughts and actions so that I will become a self-reliant and successful person. Now, I really love this. I've done a call on this. It was probably sometime last year, last time I did it. But I truly do love this self-confidence formula, because when you really break it down, when you break down everything that it's saying, it's everything that you need as far as building your, like it says, your self-confidence, right? Because self-confidence, I think a lot of people get confused sometimes. Self-confidence starts with you, right? Self-confidence, it's not about anybody else. It's not about anything else. And of course, other people and other things that have gone on in your life can truly affect this, but you definitely want to make sure that this is something that you're implementing just into your routine, especially if you're at a point where you feel like, okay, things aren't going, I don't feel the way that I should be feeling about myself or about things that are going on. This is definitely going to be helpful, right? And just to point out a few parts about this, right? Because this isn't going to be the whole lesson. I just wanted to give you guys a tool that you could have. I know it's been a while since we've actually brought this up, so definitely wanted to make sure any new people had access to this. But I'm gonna point out a few key things. In the first one, it says, I demand of myself persistent, continuous action towards its attainment, right? And that's important because before we do anything else, we got to demand something of ourselves, something that you're going to do, an action that you're going to take towards what it is that you want, right? And in the second part of this, it says that I realize that the dominating thoughts of my mind. So we always talk about what you're seeing, what you're speaking, what you're hearing, right? So if the dominating thoughts of your mind are feelings of lack, if the dominating thoughts of your mind are you're scared or you're sad or things just aren't going your way, then that's what's going to continue to come into you each and every single time, right? You got to be that person, right? They say athletes, they say people in certain industries have that arrogance about them, but it's that they know when they go into a certain room, they know when they're engaging in a certain activity that nothing can stop them. So you got to have that same posture as you're dealing with your own goals, as you're dealing with your own life, right? Because you are in charge of your life. You're the CEO, you're the corporation, right, that has to go out there and deal with other businesses each and every single day. But understand that you are a business. So the way that you conduct yourself, the way that you plan, the way that you go about just moving throughout society each and every single day is really going to have an impact. But it all starts with what's happening on the inside, right? And then third, we always talk about what are you happy and grateful now for on these calls, right? The reason, again, that's so important because what it is that you're speaking that you're happy and grateful for, what it is that you're speaking that you want in the future, if you're not speaking it, right, you're not seeing it. If you're not seeing it, you're not hearing it. And if you're not hearing it, what's happening? You're hearing things that you really, really don't want, right? And if you're hearing things you don't want, that's what you're going to continue to attract over and over and over again. And if you don't want what you don't want, then you need to figure out, okay, I need to start speaking and doing things that align with what it is that I truly want. Our mentors really, really love words. When you think about David Imonitie, when you think about people like Bob Proctor, right? And one thing that I got from them is that the past equals something that no longer exists, right? And we can do definitions. Let's do some definitions today. Let's do a little bit of Googling, right? We ain't been online in a little while, but let's go to Google and let me reshare my screen. Here we go. Let's go to Google and let's type in past, right? Define past. So if we look up the definition of past, it says gone by in time and no longer existing, right? Gone by in time, no longer existing. The time or period of time before the moment of speaking or writing. We went over that before, right? The time or period of time before speaking or writing. So the past is something that no longer exists, right? Because you never spoke it, right? You never spoke it, so it's in the past. And we understand that words create, right? We understand that what you're speaking, what you're seeing, what you're hearing is super, super powerful. But if I understand that words create, what am I speaking every single day, right? How can I put myself in a position where I can continue to speak and create what it is that I truly want? Well, now we got to define future, right? Future is what? The time or period of time following the moment of speaking or writing, right? So again, we've gone over this before, but if it's the time after speaking or writing, then that means that future is already done, right? The future, we always say the future is already done, but it's not done until you write it. Charles went over this a little bit the other day, right? You've heard it on many other types of trainings, but the moment you go ahead and write what it is that you really want to see, like seriously sit down and plan out your future, plan out the next 3, 6, 12 months, right? Plan out what you want to see, what you want to have, what you want to create, right? And not just the next couple months, plan out the next few years, right? What you want to see. Now, you can't necessarily, or you don't 100% determine how you're going to get the things that you want, right? You can determine the vehicle that you're in, but some of the things in there, right, are out of your control. However, the things that you can control is first identifying where it is that you want to get to, right? You can identify where you want to get to. Like I can say, okay, I want to make money trading. Now, making money trading, there's a million different ways to trade, right? I can do binary options, I can do stocks, I can do I can determine which one of those things I choose to place my money in, right? But now what I can't choose is how long it's going to take me to actually really master that skill set. Maybe I'm going to master, maybe I would master Forex quicker than I would have mastered stocks, right? Like, I don't know. Maybe I would have mastered stocks faster. Like, I don't know what that particular investment thing would have been, but whatever you go ahead and put your time and energy towards, you just have to now trust the process and do everything in your power to actually go ahead and get a result with the thing it is that you already wrote, the thing that you spoke, because you created the future the moment you said, I want to have $100,000 days. I want to have $1,000 days. Now you just have to actually do what? Keep going until you get it, right? Because again, if words and what you're speaking creates the future, guess what that also means, right? And catch this. That also means that you can rewrite your future by what you said. You can rewrite your future, but I can't think of the I don't know if it was a show or a movie, but it was one of those where I think it was one of them old cartoons, right? And like they were writing their future, like they were reading a book, and the book that they were reading is actually what they were acting out. And it's gonna come to me eventually, but it's like a cartoon, and I think it's a book too. But they're basically reading what it was that they were supposed to be doing, right? And of course, it's shown up in a bunch of other TV shows and movies in the in the recent times. But at certain points, they realized they could erase a part and rewrite what they wanted to happen, right? They realized it's at some points in the show, it got to a point where there were blank pages, right? They were like, well, do I die? No, they have to do what? They had to write what was going to happen next. So you get to choose what's going to happen next in your life because it hasn't happened yet, right? But if you rewrite the future before the future that you already wrote came true, then the future actually did come true. But Chalk Zone is one of them. Chalk Zone is one of them. But it was a different one. It was a different one. But Chalk Zone is really good. Chalk Zone was dope. There's another one. What's the one with Fillery? That's another good one too. But it's a bunch of them where they do stuff like that. But the point is, right? If I say, let me think of a good example. Okay, I'm gonna give you an example of rewriting the future. I'm hungry right now, right? I'm hungry. I want some food. I'm going to get pizza. Okay. I just spoke, and maybe even I wrote the future, right? I created the future. Now, my mental faculties, everything in me is gearing towards me going to get pizza, right? I created that future. Whether I called it, whether I got in the car to go get it, doesn't matter, right? But let's say I got in the car. I'm heading over because it's a local pizza shop. I wanted to get mod or something like that where I can make my own. I get halfway there. To my right, I see a sushi spot. And I'm like, you know what? I really do. I think I'd rather have sushi instead. Guess what I just did? I rewrote the future because the future was already written, right? I created the future of me getting pizza. The only reason me getting pizza didn't happen was because I spoke that I wanted something else, right? What does that look like here? You say, I want to make $10,000 per month, but then you say it, you talk to the first 30, 50 people and nobody wants to join my business. You literally blocked that blessing of that $10,000 per month because you started by saying, I want to be a chairman. I want to make $10,000 per month, right? But in order to make $10,000 per month, somebody has to join your business. But now you're speaking, nobody's joining my business. Nobody wants to get started with me. They don't listen, right? They don't get it. Yes, because you keep speaking that, because you keep creating that future, right? You got to keep speaking light even when there's darkness, right? You got to keep speaking what it is that you want to see in order for it to happen, because the moment you speak that darkness on the darkness, guess what? There's nowhere for light to come in, right? He talked about people trying to get lucky in the GoPro book, right? Unless you happen to stumble upon somebody that, they just happen to say yes because you happen to be in the right place at the right time and they give you a little bit of hope, like, it's not going to happen, right? You say, I want to make 10,000, 100,000, 100. Some of you, I want to make $100 trading. Okay, cool. But then the next day, you lose one trade. All my trades hit stop loss. You lost one trade, but you saying all your trades hit stop loss. So what are you going to be seeing? You're going to be seeing everything hitting stop loss, right? And it's going to keep hitting stop loss. So what it is that you're speaking is really, really that important. Like, don't play with the words, right? You want to be a millionaire trader, but then you lose one trade. You just changed your confession, y'all. You changed it. Understand this. The difference, and they said this on the call on Sunday. The difference between here and there is what? The T, right? The only difference between here and there is a T, and the T is time, right? The only difference between here and there is the T, and the T is time. And time is a reason that most people don't get there, because they change what they're speaking, what they're seeing, what they're hearing before they get there. So now their there changes, just like the pizza shop. I'm heading over there, but I changed my there where I wanted to get my food to somewhere else. Not to say that that other place can't get you things that you want, but in this industry, in life, when we're talking about finances, when we're talking about your future, it's not, I was going for $10,000 a month. Hold on, wait. You said I can get $50 an hour? I got to work 12-hour days? You said I can get $20 an hour, 40 hours a week? That sounds good. That sounds good. But now, those two don't line up. It don't line up. Now, there's a million ways to make $10,000 a month, $5,000 a month, right? Like, this isn't the only thing in the world that's going to help you make $10,000 a month. But guess what? Is it one of the easiest? I think so, right? I think so. But you got to be convinced, right? Some of you on here, you might be an artist. You might be like, okay, if I paint this really nice mural, somebody's gonna pay me $5,000 for my work. That's great. You found Another way that you can make $5,000, $10,000 per month. You sell 2 of those a month, you got your 10K, right? It's possible. I'm not going to discount because I know people that do stuff like that, right? I've been paid types of money like that for projects that I've done, right? So it's not that you can't make $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 at one time. It's, can it be consistent? And is it something I want to do? Right? It's, can it be consistent? And is it something I have access to do whenever I want? Right? If I'm selling artwork, can I do that whenever I want? Yeah, when I build up to that point, I can. Right? It's always going to require me doing work though. I'm trying to get the passive income where eventually I don't have to do the work, right? If I'm speaking, if I'm doing something else, if I'm an athlete, guess what? That's only gonna last for so long. There's certain things that need to take place for that money to continue, right? And at the end, I'm doing it by myself. I'm not helping nobody else get to that point. I can be the all-star, go out here, run a race, film a video, do this, do that, and make the money. But guess what? It's just me making the money. I can't help you do that. I can't say, hey, look, this is what I did, dot, 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 dot. This is something anybody can do, right? And that's why I love it. Because anybody from any background, anywhere, can come in here and say, I see a way for me to put myself financially in a better position to have the things that I really want, right? And if that's something that you want for yourself, right? To be able to be financially free, be financially stable, then you got to look at what you're doing, look at what you're speaking each and every single day, right? Let's bring back up one more time. Let's bring back up this self-confidence formula because I think it ties right in. Where'd it go? Did it do the? Hold on. Can y'all see my screen? Hold on. There it is. Okay, it was taking a second. So it goes right back into third, right? To the third thing, third principle. Any desire I persistently hold in my mind, will eventually seek expression through some practical means, right? Some people want it to happen day one. You can have results, but you got to persistently hold it in your mind for you to keep getting results, right? For you to keep getting results. And look, how many minutes? Let's add up the time. Let's say 10 minutes a day to demanding of myself the development of self-confidence. 10 minutes a day. 10 minutes a day. Who got 10 minutes? We spend 10 minutes on social media, spend 10 minutes arguing with people, spend 10 minutes talking bad about yourself, spend 10 minutes on things that you don't want to see. Can you spend 10 minutes demanding that you're going to be successful, demanding that you're going to be confident, right? I think there's another time in here. Hold on. Let's see. It talks about reading this. That'll probably take like 5 minutes. Where's the other one? I know it's 30 minutes somewhere in here. What number is it on? Here it is. I will concentrate for 30 minutes daily upon the task of thinking of the person I intend to become. So that's 40 minutes a day, 30 minutes thinking of who you want to be, 10 minutes giving yourself confidence to be that person, 30 minutes planning who you want to be, 10 minutes giving yourself the confidence to be the person that you want to be. I know I can be what I want to be. Let's go. If I work hard at it, what? I'll be where I want to be. Hold on. What's the name of that song? I know I can song. We're gonna play that at the end, just FYI. But let's there we go. So let me turn off that. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. Number 4. I have hold on. Y'all gonna miss this. Clearly clearly written down a description of my definite chief aim in life. I will never stop trying until I have developed sufficient self-confidence for its attainment, right? Clearly written down. How many of you have your goals written down? How many of you still write them down, right? That's part of creating in your mind a clear mental picture. That's part of this 30 minutes a day, right? Writing it and writing it and writing it again. And then last, you got to it says you realize that no wealth, no position, no rank, no trade account, no nothing that you have, right? No, inside, outside the business, no matter what it is, can endure unless it's built on truth and justice, right? So don't engage in transactions that don't benefit everybody involved. You hear Eric Worre talking about that. Just giving value, right? Even just because you meet somebody, don't be that tiger, that bull, that shark. IMILA, trading. Like, no, like build a relationship with that person, right? So you can properly get the information to them because your goal is to help them. So you got to be able to know what it is that they need help with, right? If they even qualify to work with you right now, right? But at the end of the day, you're sharing with them something and allow them to make the decision, allow them to mull it over. He said it in the book, and he gave that speech at the end of, I think, the second or third audio. But he's like, yo, some of the best people in network marketing, think about the people you hear from. They stuck it out. Some of them were prospected for years before they got in and became that overnight success. Some of them were in for years before they became that overnight success. You got some that got started and really, hit it out the park, from, right away. But let's be honest. Right here. Never stop trying until. Never stop trying until. And you got to have the cooperation of other people, because of your willingness to serve others, they'll be willing to serve you, right? And this just goes back right here to what we said in part 2 and 3. You got to eliminate hatred, envy, jealousy, selfishness, cynicism by developing love for all humanity, because I know a negative attitude towards others can never bring me success. If you got a negative attitude towards other people, guess what? That means that you're not focusing on what it is that you want. That means you're thinking about the negative, you're thinking about all of this other stuff rather than what it is that you want to see in your life, and connecting with the people, connecting with those who can help get you to where it is that you want to be. So I definitely wanted to go over that self-confidence formula. I really, really love, just love looking at that. And I realized we hadn't shared it in a while. There's a couple other, self-confidence formula. For those that are serious, You Were Born Rich. Get the You Were Born Rich, chapter 4. Hey, shout out to Mr. Paris Simmons, dropping that gem on us last year, right? Look, read that thing in the morning. I couldn't find an audio for it. I even recorded myself saying it so I could listen to myself doing it, right? But chapter 4 of You Were Born Rich, I think that's the one by Bob Proctor, if I'm not mistaken, right, Paris? I think you're in it. You're in there. I want to make sure we're giving you the right one. I know it is. Help me out in the chat, Mr. Simmons. You were. Here we go. Yeah, Bob Proctor. You Were Born Rich by Bob Proctor, chapter 4. Chapter 4, that thing is amazing. Go ahead. I mean, of course, the entire thing's really great. But chapter 4 in that PDF definitely will help exactly with exactly what it is we just talked about right there. But that's what I got for y'all today, right? So as you go out there through the rest of this weekend, number one, don't let your weekend be your weekend, right? Like really go out there and attack your goals, attack your future right now. Like don't let up. Don't worry about anybody else, what anybody has to say, what anybody else is doing. Put the time, energy, and effort in. Step up so you can start having a life that you truly want, right? And if you feel like you don't have that self-confidence, right? Not only speak it to yourself, but get around people that have it, right? Get around people that have it and start speaking the way that they're speaking, right? Start asking questions. right? Not to bring anybody else down, but to bring yourself up. To bring yourself up, because again, words are creating, right? So if you're only listening to your negative thoughts and you're having a hard time, getting that out, get around people that are speaking positive, right? Because the more you get around people that aren't speaking that way, then what's going to keep happening? You're going to fall back into this never-ending cycle of it's not working. It's not working. And then you're going to be listening to yourself. It's not working. Then you're going to talk to somebody else who it's not working for. And now y'all are two peas in the pod because it's not working. Y'all are both sad. And then y'all go find something else to talk about because it was too hard. So you fall back into the comfort of life, which isn't that comfortable because you weren't comfortable in the first place. But that's a whole nother thing. But I definitely, again, appreciate y'all. Is there anything else I got in here? Oh, I think we are good. Okay, we good. We good. So today, 2 o'clock, 8 o'clock, let's go ahead, pack those calls out. We definitely want to make sure that people get to see the information, right? They get to see what it is we have access to. And like Eric Worre was saying, I'm just sharing information, right? Get them some type of tool, right? A video, something that they can watch, and then just simply ask their opinion, right? Ask them specific questions that's going to lead them to a yes or a no, because that's really all you're looking for, right? Detach the emotions and put yourself in position to be that authority, right? Because you have more information than they have, right? And all you need to do is figure out, is this something that you're open to? If the answer is yes, let's go ahead, let's get you on this call, and let's make sure that you can see everything. Get them in front of your mentor, get them in front of somebody that has results, somebody that's done three-way calls before, and we'll make sure that those people get all the information that they need. And we have a discount going on right now, right? It's literally only $208 for the platinum pack, right? It's what, $275, right? A whole $50 discount on the elite package. So you definitely want to make sure that, look, if the time wasn't back then, now is the time. Take advantage of what you have access to. Make sure that they can see that, number one, that you're plugged in, you're doing the right things, but you're connected to other people.